Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazuri Alameen. In one of the many groups that I do a group called Say What You Mean and Mean What You Say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. One of the definitions for the word say is to utter information, to speak information, to convey information to someone or somebody or something. When you hear that, it's kind of dynamic. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Where are you at with that in your human development, I like to call it? When you hear that kind of dynamic, say what you mean and mean what you say. A lot of times as we are traveling along the highway of life, we might say one thing, but we don't really feel it within our spirit. That happens sometime in life. But when your head and your heart's playing the same music, that means you are in harmony. You are in alignment with yourself. There are some people, sometimes we're going through our valleys of adversity, or we're going to our peaks of prosperity. We are not really in tune with ourselves. So I would encourage you as you continue to grow in life and as life grows in you, there are going to be some seasons in life that you're going to have prosperity and adversity. As I've often stated, the sun don't shine every day. We got to have some rain, but we still got the weather. So I would encourage you to continue to grow to a point where you are saying what you feel and feeling what you're saying. Is very, very important. A lot of people walking the planet, they are saying one thing when they really don't feel it. So with all my years in mental health, one of the things I say by design is where you at with that statement in your private thoughts? Where are you at with that in your private thoughts? How sincere are you when you by yourself, for yourself, with yourself, through yourself? Are you very, very focused on your dreams, hopes, and aspirations? Or are you holding back, waiting for the right time, the right moment for somebody to give you permission? This is where authentic healing takes place at, ladies and gentlemen. Authentic healing is not an outside job. And there's a lot of information out there. If you don't catch your thought processes, you're looking from the outside to try to heal the inside. It's not going to work. You must heal from the inside out. And we all need some help. We all are in the process of striving to get better. The biggest room in the world is room for improvement, and I challenge anybody on that. All of us need room for in growth. We need to seek to be better than we were yesterday. That's the inside job. So once again, where are you at when you hear a statement like that? Say what you mean and mean what you say. Have there ever been times in your life where you said something you didn't mean it? Have there ever been times in your life where you meant something and you didn't say it? This is an inside job. You can't get this from a video, CD, for somebody else say. When you by yourself, where are you at with that component? Where are you at with saying what you mean and mean what you're saying? What right now that you need to be able to grow more in your life that you're holding back on, waiting for the right moment, the right time for somebody to tell you go now or sit down or stand up, you are convicted. One of the things I learned about success, ladies and gentlemen, success comes along with conviction. You will not be successful when it's convenient. Because what happens is you got to continue to birth your greatness and go through these labor pains, these peaks and valleys, these naysayers, these haters, these betrayals, and keep your eyes on the prize. And that takes courage. A lot of the word for courage that I like to use is called guts. You see a lot of times you see people that are successful, they've been through something. They just didn't quit. All of us have been sitting here, ladies and gentlemen, to leave a legacy upon this universe. All of us, as I get older in life and life gets older than me, I used to say days on the universe, but I've gotten wiser now. We only got X amount of hours here. When you look at time, we only got X amount of hours here before we go to the next level, however you want to see that. But we are passing through, we're not going to pass away. I read a quote once again yesterday, it was very profound. It says, the object is not to live forever, but it's to build something that will live forever. So what are you building right now that's going to live forever when you're gone? Because we're going to leave here. What are you going to leave on the universe when you leave? So that's an inside job. You got to feel worthy enough of your greatness. A lot of times we don't mean what we say and say what we mean because we don't feel worthy enough within our own inner self. So nobody is better than you, ladies and gentlemen. You will sit here. It's not a mistake to leave a legacy of excellence, to continue to make the universe a better place. That's why you were allowed to come here, and so was I. So are you in your calling? Are you answering your calling? If you know what your calling is, where you at with that? If you don't know where it is, continue to look for it. It'll come upon you. But when you hear this verbiage, say what you mean and mean what you say. Where are you with that? Where are you with that comment? Where are you with that statement? Are you doing it? Are you living a life where your word is bond to yourself first? Because when your word is bond to yourself first, then your word can be bond and will be bond to other people. So life, ladies and gentlemen, is an ever ongoing dynamic. We're going to live until we die. I don't care what you believe. We're going to live until we die. As I told one of my clients this morning, the absence of breath is death. Let me say this again. The absence of breath is death. And so while you're here, what are you doing with this dash in your life? Are you living your best life now? Are you saying what you mean and meaning what you're saying? Or are you still waiting back for somebody to give you permission? This is on you, something you would know, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things I learned of all my years in mental health, there are things in our life when we are developing and growing that only we will know. It's a whole different place when we can get to a point in our lives where we are true to ourselves. I mean true, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly, whether it's up, whether it's in, whether it's out, whether it's sad, whether it's happy. That takes courage. And when you can get to a point where you are authentic with yourself, that's when great things open up for you. So stop trying to compare yourself to somebody because nobody is you and you are nobody. You are unique. You are very special. I read a quote because I read every day. Every day I read, ladies and gentlemen. Self-education will make you a fortune. Formal education will make you a living. So my point is, I read the other day, yesterday I think it was, where it says the sun and the moon don't compete. Which is true. They both shine, but they don't compete. So don't you compare yourself to anybody. You're very special. So mean what you say what you say what you mean what you say. And remember not to forget today, right now, is the best time of your life. I had to tell somebody this morning, Mr. Kazuri, I'm really not feeling well and I'm really this and really that. I said, well, let me remind you of something. You're breathing. You're breathing. Regardless of what you're going through, I'm not minimizing it. I'm not undervaluing it. I'm not discounting it, but you're breathing. Life has taught you, you've been on the planet long enough to know that somebody laid down last night with 7.8 billion people to never, ever again wake up in this planet. So you're breathing. So each morning, ladies and gentlemen, you are allowed to wake up breathing. That's a new start. Don't take that for granted. Please don't take your breathing for granted. Get up, go make it happen. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Let me say this again. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Hello, somebody.